Okay, Quad Nines here. This is like take three of this video. I keep getting interrupted with phone calls or dogs barking, so we're just going to try and get through this a little faster than previously, but hopefully you still enjoy it. It's just a bunch of cube pickups I've gotten since GP Louisville or at GP Louisville. I've got a little energy package with Aetherworks Marvel, Aether Hub, Attune with Aether, and Glimmer of Genius. Been pretty happy with all these cards. So hit some pretty sweet stuff with Marvel before. Angel of Invention is one of my favorite cards out of Kaladesh. Just being a 4/3 Flying Vigilance lifelink is good enough for 5, but then when it anthems all your other creatures, all the better. Fumigate, just another White Wrath I'm trying out. The life gain is sometimes relevant, and it's 5 as opposed to like Day of Judgment, which at 4, and the art's really sweet, so might as well give it a shot for a while. Speaking of shots, Skyweather shot. It's a little expensive, but it is instant speed, and it gets rid of big creatures, which white, unless you have the Path of the Swords, white has a hard time getting rid of one big creature. But the Scry one is just really helpful sometimes in decks that don't have a lot of filtering or draw. Soulfire Grandmaster, I'm not sure if I've shown this one before, but since I added power, including Time Walk, you have to put this in there because infinite Time Walks is at least fun for one of the players. Arcane Savant, one of the better Draft Matters cards out of, Draft Matters, cards out of Conspiracy 2. Being able to cast the card for free that you don't have to have it in your deck, like it could be an ultimatum or just anything off color, but you get to cast instant or sorceries and instant or sorcery just whenever it enters the battlefield. So Bribery, picked up this altar. I've gotten quite a few altars from this person off of eBay and just private message, and really like the art. Put the full that I had in Azami EDH, but this one's going to probably stay in the queue for a while. I really like how it turned out. Imprisoned the Moon, just really good blue removal. Gets rid of Planeswalkers. Turns their Gaia's Cradle into a waste, which is pretty awesome. Mind's Desire, added when you add power and just fast mana, Storm gets better, so you want to help Storm out. This card, just even for 3 or 4, can be really backbreaking. Depends on the bombs you have in your deck, but yeah, Mind's Desire for like anything over 4 is usually insane. Mystic Confluence, picked up the Judge Full at the GP, was about the only one in the room I could find that somebody was willing to sell, and card is really good. Like, I genuinely like it more than Cryptic Command in Cube. Now in Modern, I don't know that it'd be as good, obviously, but yeah, in Cube, it's just amazing. Repeal, once again, if you had stuff like Moxen and stuff, then Repeal gets way better. It's good late game, early game. Sometimes you just want to draw a card by bouncing whatever their 2-drop may be. Just pay 3, bounce it, draw the card in step. The Gearhulks, only have a couple of them in the cube so far, but this is my favorite because, well, it's blue, it has flash, and it casts stuff for free. So there's that. Cabal Ritual, I really like the art from the vault, but I don't like the foiling process. I've said that. I'll say that again probably. But it does help out your Storm. And yeah, so had to add that. Gonti, playing against it in EDH, I realized that it's really strong. 2/3 for 4 with Death Touch is okay. And then getting the free card, choice of a free card off your opponent's library. And if you have any way to blink him, he just becomes ridiculous. Maybe you could cast him off of Magus of the Wheel, which is way worse than Yawgmoth's Will, but still pretty good. So, Marionette Master is the one I'm not real sure about, but because it's a 6-drop in black. But like I said, when you have a lot of artifacts and possibly some that you sack, having a 4/6 that domes your opponent for 4 every time an artifact goes to the graveyard from the battlefield, you can end games pretty fast. Just saying. Noxious Gearhulk is the other Gearhulk I have. It kills things, gains you life, and people forget it has Menace until they go to block it, and they're like, oh, I don't have 2 things to block it. I guess I take 5. So it can close out games pretty fast. Torch Fiend, when you add the really strong mana rocks or just artifacts in general, you want to have more ways to get rid of them, and this is one of the better ones. Noose Constrictor, added the card a while back, but just picked up a full. I'm going to get the rest of the set pretty soon. There's a really good deal. I think I had like a quarter box or 50 cents. So, Chaos Orb, another altar I picked up. I had an unlimited one in the cube, but they were offering a crazy buy price for it at the GP, so I went ahead and shipped it and used that money towards another card that you'll see later. But I really, the card's great. I love Chaos Orb, and this one is, I like the altar. It looks sweet. So, Coercive Portal is, if you've played the Vintage Cube on Magic Online, you know this card is just really good. Personal Howling Mine that sometimes blows up the world. Cultivator Caravan, it's just a mana rock for 3 that taps for any color, but sometimes it turns into 5/5 and just beat down. Forge Master, as part of the theme, you know, you add better artifacts, cards like this get better. So really like it. Still good to go get a Blightsteel on Instep, which is just always funny for the person doing it. Once again, from the vault, love the art. Love the card, but just the foiling process is not great, but at least it's shiny. So, Sky Sovereign console flagship. A lot stronger than I thought it would be. I haven't added many vehicles to the cube, but this one is just, you know, the fact that it triggers on enters the battlefield or attacks is really big. You can just clean up their whole board. You know, usually have something to crew it with, so a 6 power flyer is gonna do a lot of work. Sunring Titan, picked this up from Lengthy Zimmet along with another card you'll see in a minute. It's the only masterpiece I have so far in the cube. I just really love this art. Art's really good. And Sunring Titan is one of my favorite take your targets or just to cheat into play, sneak attack, whatever. It's really good. Walking Ballista, you may have seen me crack this on a video a while back. I was going to sell it, but I'm like, no, I don't know. How, it will go down eventually, I'm sure, but the card's just really good, and it seems really good in cube too, so gonna try it out. Here's the other card I got from Zimmet, pack full Johnny Unyielding. Haven't got to cast it yet, but looking forward to it. Even if it's just 2 Path to Exiles, or actually I guess it'd be Swords to Plowshares. 2 Swords to Plowshares, it's probably okay, but if you ever get just plus a couple times, yeah, you're drawing a ton of cards most likely, unless you just get unlucky and hit all lands. Tarkus Command, yeah, just it's a really good burn spell that's modal. Sometimes you keep your opponent from gaining life, or and it could ramp you, giving all your creatures reach sometimes is relevant. I just like about all the commands that are cheap enough to play. Doman Bond, I've been pretty impressed with him. I like him better than Narset, although not much. But the ultimate's not that big a deal, but just being able to turn something off and also occasionally drawing cards, really good. Don't know if I'm going to keep this one in the cube. It's a sweet altered Sacred Foundry from original Ravnica, but I do like the full I had. It was Gatecrash. So which one do you think I should keep in? Like I said, it's the same artist that did the other ones you saw. Also added the Dark Depths Thespian Sage combo. Also have Vampire Hexmage in the cube and just some other ways of going about doing it. But yeah, it's I like releasing Merit Lage sometimes. And the last altar that I got was the Mox Sapphire, the Collector's Edition. It was the last Mox I needed. I like how it turned out, and I got this for way less than any of them I found on eBay or any shops for just a regular Mox Sapphire Collector's Edition. This one was less, and I like the art, so it's cool. And the last card, which was pretty hard to find, it was the only one at GP Louisville, and it is played some, as you can see. But, you know, it's just for cube. And it got me a pretty good deal. Like, the cheapest one you could find on TCG Player that wasn't, quote-unquote, damaged was, like, $380. They were asking $330 for this. I talked them down to $300. And some of that was in trade, so not too bad. Anyway, that's a long enough video there. I'm glad I finally finished getting my, you know, Collector's Edition Power in the cube. Definitely glad I didn't go for unlimited or even higher than that, just because the price gets crazy high really fast. And but hopefully we're going to get to draft this again soon. We had a great time drafting it at the GP, and like I said, I've added some cards since then, so it's coming together. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.